Guys, here's what I want to do. I'm very excited about this portion. I want to be able to actually spotlight the educators on here. We have Wayne, Blockchain Wayne. We actually have Elmer. We have Chelsea. And I'm very, very excited about these guys. Actually, I was in Miami for the Miami crypto experience, and I actually totally missed Elmer. I missed Chelsea. But I wish I had a chance to spend time with them. But I was able to spend time with Blockchain Wayne, which was great. And we're very excited because this is the first time that we're actually meeting you guys, because you guys are like the superstars. Okay, everyone's like, man, we can't wait to meet you guys. So first of all, Blockchain Wayne, thank you so much for your time. Chelsea, Elmer, thank you so much for your time. We're excited to have you guys on here.
Hey, thank you, Tuan. It's definitely exciting to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so first of all, I know that everyone here is anxious to meet you. So I actually wrote down a few questions. I actually asked a few people. I'm like, hey, what questions do you have for the educators? Because we know that we have at least around 80 to 100 people on the Zoom, and we want to be able to actually see if we can actually keep it simple for you guys. So first of all, everyone here wants to get to know you guys. Why don't you guys start with just introducing yourself and let us know about who you are and how did you get into cryptocurrency? Wayne, we can start with you.
All right. So as you know, my name is Wayne Marcel. I go by Blockchain Wayne. It just started early on, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and just stuck. But my background, really, my whole career has been teaching and educating people in different capacities with different types of companies. But I really have a passion for teaching people, and I've always had a passion for technology. And whenever I got into cryptocurrency, I realized that this has the potential to change the world. There's a lot of pitfalls you have to be aware of, in this space. But there's not many places out there that make it simple. And that's our goal, is to make things simple so anybody and everybody can get involved, because cryptocurrency lowers the barrier of entry to where anybody can participate, anybody can get in, and we've just got to give them the tools. So that's, in a nutshell, everything I've done in the space, whether in the spotlight or behind the scenes. I work with a lot of projects behind the scenes, helping them with consulting and different things they need to bring their projects, to the masses. So everything is centered around bringing cryptocurrency to everybody. And this is a great opportunity to get this in front of the world, because we know the best form of marketing is person to person, mouth to mouth. So cryptocurrency is peer to peer, and you can share this information with everybody from, person to person.
Awesome stuff. Chelsea, how about you? Love to hear about yourself a little bit, and how'd you get involved in crypto, and why are you so excited about it?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Chelsea. I'm from the USA. So my background has been actually in nursing. So I work full time as a registered nurse. I'm currently obtaining my MBA degree. So I do non-patient care right now. I do clinical administration and professional development. And I also build e-learning courses for healthcare. So it's kind of cool. But back in 2016, I was approached with cryptocurrency and just completely fell in love with the technology behind it. I just saw the big vision and the picture of what blockchain could do to every single industry. And so I still think we super early. I thought I was late way back in 2016, right? And so I just learned so much and completely just submerged myself into cryptocurrency trading, NFTs, pretty much anything to do with crypto I've touched. And so like Wayne, I also advise a few different cryptocurrency companies and NFT projects. I also do trading coaching as well with trading strategies. And I'm pretty big into the NFT space over the last year and a half. I would say pretty heavily involved in that. So I don't know. I would say that I pretty much do crypto full time. Eventually that's the plan as well. And then I also help facilitate a lot of bringing women into the space. So I moderate huge, massive groups on Facebook. We talking 100, 500,000 people, where I constantly get questions, right? And like help provide education to these people. And so I pretty much do that anyway. So to be able to do this and channel my knowledge into an aspect where everything is there put together in a nice package, right, in the ecosystem, has always been a dream of mine. So that's why I'm super excited to be able to share the information with the world.
Chelsea, that's so empowering. Actually, when I actually see women that are actually really engulfed in the space, it really, really freaking motivates me. I actually follow someone on TikTok. You might know who I'm talking about, Wendy O.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I met her a few times. I know
man,
Wendy.
she's on fire. I was like, man, she's like on point. And I always get excited when I actually see that because it's just we definitely need to see more of it. You know, the diversity of women absolutely is very, very powerful and very empowering. So thank you, Chelsea, for sharing that. Elmer, what's up, man? How about you? I'd love to, hear about your background and how did you get involved in the space and what gets you excited and passionate about it?
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And my name is Elmer, right? I'm from the small island of Puerto Rico, and I have gotten myself involved into the space prior to the boom of 2017. And what got me really passionate about the space was that disruption that this is going to bring to the masses, to where it completely obliterates any barrier and any sanctions that might be put in place to completely allow the free market to exist and to give the people the power. Like, this is just something that gets me super passionate. I'm so pumped about it. And I just had the need to be able to get this message out. And I have two groups. I run one group in Spanish and in English that I am currently, working with. And it's from the very basic, I'm really helping out a lot of people that are very infant into the space. And so like, this is something that I became very passionate about. My background is actually in accounting. I do a little bit of, I've been doing accounting for a couple of years. And so I have, because I understand numbers and I understand the freedom that this space is bringing, it just gets me so pumped and excited to be able to share and to be able to put all of the knowledge from all of us combined into this package. You're not going to get this information in a way better place put together. This is just an amazing opportunity. And I, one of those things right there that we are always looking forward to strive is to be able to put the information in front of the right people, which is everyone. And so this is one of the major shifts of wealth that are happening. And it's so great to be able to be part of it and to be able to help individuals understand and take advantage. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here.
Man, very, very cool. Hey, man, you're not going anywhere, bro. Well, we're gonna actually continue to ask you some questions here.
Okay.
So, by the way, guys, if you're watching this, which I know you are, drop like a 1 in the chat box just to let us know how excited you are that you're getting a chance to meet some of the educators for the first time. Just definitely drop some of that 1 right there. Let's go. So, very, very cool, you guys. We're very thankful that you're here because we want to actually really see what are we expecting. So I threw out some questions out there that people wanted to ask. And so one of the questions that I got that I need to ask you guys, and anyone can answer, or all 3 of you guys can answer, is a new person. So this person says, I'm new. How's the setup? Is it simple for someone like me to understand because I personally get easily overwhelmed. So let me go and repeat that again. I'm new. How's the setup? Is it simple for someone like me to be able to understand the whole entire system? Because I'm a type of person that easily gets overwhelmed. You guys want to talk about that? Because I know you guys have been heavy on the content.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take this one because in a short answer, yes, it's going to be easy for the new person, somebody that doesn't know anything. And that's one of the things that I've always been focused on is how does this look from someone coming new into the space? Because when I first got started, we were trying to figure it out. And then I think a few months later, I realized that Chelsea was in the cryptocurrency and we're on the phone with some other friends across the country, just trying to figure out, because in today's world, the information's out there. The problem is, how can we get it all together in a simple place where people can understand it and also not be overwhelmed with all the garbage that's out there? And so that's what we're going to bring here. There's going to be, as Twan mentioned, that library of basic information you can always reference. But let's face it, what's going to make this different than what's already out there, what's already in there, is because we're going to bring in live trainings. We're going to bring in a group where you can ask questions. We're going to bring in a lot of webinars to where you can learn about breaking topics and new things that are coming, and be that person to find out earlier. Because let's face it, most people find out about what's hot after it's already pumped in price, after a lot of people are already involved, and the opportunity is still there, but it's not as great. So what we want to bring everybody is, if we can get a community together behind that, we can move mountains and we can make sure that projects that are legitimate, that have great substance behind them, not only they survive, but we get a chance to help everybody participate to where it's going to be easy. So simple answer, yeah, it's going to be easy. It's going to be simple. That's always been my focus from day one when I started teaching about cryptocurrency, whether it was one-on-one, I started one-on-one, and then I started writing books, doing podcasts. And then I eventually started traveling out to different events. In the early days, I was going to non-crypto events like financial breakthrough events and teaching people about crypto. But it's always been about, if I just start throwing out all this jargon you don't understand, I've lost you. So we've got to keep it simple. And it's similar. I mean, I know Tuan teaches this in network marketing, right? Keep it simple. Keep it, what a lot of people say, keep it simple, stupid, right? KISS. Keep it simple, make it to where anyone can understand it. And you can explain this to a child. I can explain this. The best way I learned how to understand and explain this to where people can understand what I was trying to teach my dad about it. And, it took him a little bit, but he was finally able to grasp it. And someone, his age was able to understand the basics. It's not as hard as it seems. Just like when people get these new smartphones in their hands after not having them, it's overwhelming, but I'm sure everybody on this call knows how the ins and outs of how to navigate it. Crypto is the same way. You just need a guide to help you get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, give me 1 second. Very powerful what you said. Let me make sure. Hold on. Who do we got here? Okay.
All right. Anything else, Chelsea or Emma want to add?
No, I think you said everything, Wayne. I think the other important thing is that cryptocurrency is evolving so quickly as well. So then the ecosystem as educators, I think, will constantly evolve as well. There's so much, even with the NFT market and DeFi, like every single day, something new is coming out, or there's a new airdrop, or there's a new opportunity within the cryptocurrency space. And I think we want to continue to evolve for the community as well. So I think just for us staying on top of that for you guys is a big.
Yeah, I'll give you everybody a little fun tip about how fast the space evolves. So in 2018, I taught Chelsea about NFTs, right? And now she could run circles around me with what she knows within the current space with NFTs and getting whitelisted, getting early into some of these drops. That's definitely the expert there now.
Yeah. So, Van, very, very powerful. I love what both you guys said. And I think, one of the big questions that we've noticed, because right now we're just barely actually doing what's called a whisper campaign, right? The alpha launch, and we're allowing people to kind of get in and get their feet wet, if you will. And in itself, just because we built the entire platform on a decentralized model, people that are very new, they're like, what's going on here? What smart chain? Why is there a stupid chain? I've had a ton of people reach out differently, and they're like, how do I get started? Talk to us about, because I know that this was a big topic just in the last 48 hours or 72 hours. How can you guys help us in terms of, as educators, how can you guys help us with helping us onboard students involved with this decentralized academy?
Yeah, I'll take that, Tuan, because you and I talked about it. So I guess it's probably best to bring that up. So what we're going to have, the education starts from day one. From the second you enroll, you're going to learn how to do it. So you're going to learn how to buy crypto from either an app or an exchange. You're going to learn how to send it to a wallet. And so what we've worked on is some of the top places. There's plenty of places you can go to buy BNB to get everything started in this program. But we're going to have some short 1-2 minute videos for a few different areas of where you can go and how you can buy, just doing a screen share, showing you the basics of going through that initial process. If you've bought anything online before, it's not that hard. You can definitely do this. And then that's going to actually give you that first bit of confidence. Like, hey, I just bought it. It may be the first time you buy cryptocurrency and you realize how easy the process is. Now we're going to go deeper in the lessons on a whole lot more, but you get the basic training from the second you try to enroll.
Very, very cool. Awesome stuff. So now the next question I want to ask you guys is like, what should we expect? Because right now people are just getting started. Like I said, everyone's getting their feet wet, but we're preparing for February as the official, what we call the beta launch. What should we expect in February, as well as, within the next 60 days as this officially gets into the beta phase?
Wayne, I can kind of start on this one if you want.
Yep.
I was just going to say you can expect some valuable information with engaging courses, with allowing opportunity for responses and feedback, and kind of taking that feedback from the whole DeFinity community to say what do they want to learn about, right? And so I just think that at a certain point, we just expect people to feel comfortable, people to kind of navigate the ecosystem successfully, and for us to be receptive as well as an educator.
Yes,
Very,
I'd
very.
like to, yeah,
Go
I'd like to
ahead.
add to that too. Yes, there's it's gonna be very intuitive for you individuals to be able to get the best hands-on navigation, so that you guys could get really familiarized with what you're doing. And so this is something that we talk about constantly, on how we're going to be able to show you guys how to get around the software that you're going to be using, and how to navigate in the most simplest form. So it's going to be great. Like, you guys are going to get the best of the best, and it is just going to become so simple to where it completely will not become so overwhelming. But as you get deeper, it will get a little bit, you get to be able to carry on what you already learned from the beginning onto the next chapter. But it's just going to be so exciting at the same time. And that's the best part about this program, is that the information just ever so off, it just, as it keeps on progressing, it gets more exciting. And so it's just, when you are excited about learning a subject, it just becomes so much easier to learn. And that's what we're working on putting together for you guys.
Very, very cool. So that, I mean, really, we touched on for about 15 minutes or so about for the newbies, right? They're going in there like, I'm so nervous. How do I? Don't worry. You can tell here that we got you covered like a blanket. Okay. Everyone's good and everyone's comfortable. Now, for those that are like, hey, look, I want to know some of the juicy stuff. What can we expect? What about DeFi? What about the metaverse? What about play to earn games? Let's talk about some of that stuff. What can we expect about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say, I mean, that's the buzzword. That's what everybody's talking about. So we're always looking out as to what's coming. And between myself, Chelsea, Elmer, we have a couple other people that are on the education team, but they live in Europe. So they're pretty much, they're sleeping right now. But we have partnerships. We have relationships with many people in different projects, people we've worked with in the past. We've consulted on boards in the past. And so we're going to constantly be looking for those things to bring people opportunities that are out there, but just getting them in front of you and helping many people get involved. I've seen a lot of great projects over the years in the cryptocurrency space that have failed, not because they didn't have great tech. They've had some of the best tech that was out there, but they didn't have a community. We have the opportunity to bring that community to it. And from that, we can all benefit from getting involved in those projects. So we're going to bring some of the hottest, play to earn games. And there's going to be projects. I mean, some of them we can't really talk about yet, and some of them haven't even materialized yet. But as we continue to evolve this, we're going to bring play to earn options. We're going to bring DeFi options to show different options to earn yield. And just a little tidbit, if you're new, you don't understand what DeFi is: decentralized finance. Think about this. When you hold your money in a bank, the banks make a ton of money off of it. You don't really make anything. DeFi decentralizes that whole process and allows you to participate in those financial markets in a decentralized manner, to where you have an option to lend out your tokens and earn a yield on that. You have the option to borrow against, borrow. There's many different things you can do in a decentralized finance space that you'll get exposed to here. Metaverse, obviously that kind of ties a lot into virtual worlds, and obviously with Facebook changing its name to Meta, a lot of people are focused on metaverse projects now, because there's going to be two metaverses out there. There's going to be a centralized one that's full of control, that you don't really have a lot of ability to grow and prosper, and there's going to be a decentralized one where anybody can participate, no matter where you are in the world, no matter who you are, what your history is. Everybody can participate in that. So that's what we're going to bring, those topics. I mean, that's just the cusp. I mean, there's some other tech that's coming in the space. There's even staking opportunities. Many people, if you have money sitting in a bank, you can take that same money, convert that over to what's called a stable coin that's equal in value to the dollar, and you can earn a yield off of that more than what it, way more, 10, 20, 30 times more than what it's making sitting in a bank, because banks don't really pay you anything these days. So cryptocurrency is something that is created for the people. It is something when Bitcoin was first came about, it was designed to give people the option to and the freedom to be able to participate in these markets, no matter who you are, where you are. And the best way to do that is in this type of opportunity where we can bring it to the world. So you want to see projects succeed. We're not only going to show you what there are, but then you have this opportunity to share this with others and determine, how successful it can be.
Very, very cool. Chelsea, Elmer, you guys want to share anything, or you guys good?
No, I think I'm good. I think Wayne hit on everything. And I think those
he did.
buzzwords for like, what's happening and how we're going to provide that for the more expert or advanced is kind of what he said. Like, the virtual real estate is massive. The metaverse is massive. NFTs and even just that alpha of knowing how to get that metadata and get that advantage over the masses is things that I've been focused on. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I feel like we can deliver for the people wanting to learn more. So.
Yes, and I think that there is so much information inside of the crypto space that we are constantly running into things that maybe Wayne has heard of and I haven't, or maybe that I have heard of that Wayne hasn't. And so we are constantly just in constant communication, sharing information that we're finding, because space is just ever so evolving very fast. And this is just so many opportunities coming left and right that we're just trying to put it all together here so that it's just going to be really good. It's going to be awesome for the people that are really looking to expand and to definitely get involved into the DeFi and to the metaverse. It's going to be a great education system for it.
I got one thing to add to that, Twan. Elmer, well said, man. Well said. So when you think about, like we're talking about, what are you going to learn? What are you going to learn? And Twan, you kind of alluded to this earlier when you said applied knowledge, right? Applied knowledge is the key. There's information. You can get information anywhere. You can learn anything. I can read a book on how to fix my vehicle, how to fix my truck. But if I don't actually go out and do it, then I didn't really learn it. And I had a mentor of mine that would always say, to know and not to do is not to know. And it kind of seems like a tongue twister at first, but what it means is it doesn't matter how much you know up here until you actually apply it and do it, then you're not going to learn. So you can go to any website right now and Google what is yield farming. You can learn what it is. We're going to show you the mechanics of how do you actually do that? What is it? What do you do? And what are some tips and tricks to look for? And take that and just multiply it times each topic. We're not just going to show you what leverage trading is. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to teach you about the risk that people need to know about before they just jump into it. Unlike myself, who several years ago learned about leverage trading and made a lot of money and then lost it all, because it was part of that learning process. So we help to we take what we've learned, we teach it to you, and then we show you how to apply it. And that's going to be the biggest thing. Anybody can go anywhere and Google a topic or go to YouTube and figure out how to learn something, but being able to get in and actually do it and apply it, that's where the value is.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Guys, we're very excited to be able to have you guys on here. I'm humbled and I'm very thankful that you guys are here to be able just to kind of have your presence, be able to actually share your experience. You guys actually worked probably over 10,000 hours of learning and studying to be able to actually, for us to be able to actually scoop all that up in a very small bite-sized piece for us to understand and digest. So I guess my only other question I have, because we actually, fit everything right under an hour. I'm so excited that we actually did everything. I guess the only other question is like, whether all of us here are actually I consider founders of the project getting in, and you guys are actually the educators that are actually, putting this together with us. So we're all a team. All of us are a team. And I think there's people on the audience, they're in the audience, they're thinking to themselves, why would Chelsea she could do anything else? I mean, she can go out there and earn passive yields and do all these different things, flip some NFTs and make 5X on your money. But she's here. Why is Elmer here? Why is Blockchain Wayne here? Why DeFinity FI? I mean, what does it mean for you guys? I think a lot of us are thinking, I'm thinking the same way, to be honest with you, but I know why, but I'd love to hear it.
I'll give you a little insight.
Are you go ahead, Wayne.
No, go
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I guess for me, obviously I'm still doing all that in the background, by the way. I'm still staking through a DeFi, NFT, all of that. But no, I think for me is I'm so passionate about education, and to have all that in one place and not a fragmented system, to me is kind of what my passion is. It's kind of what I feel is the big gap. And I think that DeFinity actually accomplishes that. And I think everyone here, like you just said, we all on the same team, we all founders or whatnot. I think getting educated now with us and by us will put all of us ahead of the masses. And I think that's why I'm excited.
Yes, that's exactly the Jesse, you mean to took some of those words out of my mouth. It's just, you're going to be able to definitely get all of the resources that you would take. It would literally take you months to capture if you went anywhere else, to be able to get all of the process and all of the content and all of the resources together, which we are many here, so it's many heads working together, putting all of this information together to be able to provide you that tailor, very good. You don't have to really go crazy looking for it, so that you have it all in one place and you get to learn it pretty much in a flash. It's not going to take you that long, whether if you really step out of the space and really try to go into how do I get involved into yielding, and you have never actually done it, the navigation process could become very overwhelming. And so this is going to be that place to where you really do not have to go anywhere else to listen to anything that could give you information, or you might go into a place you might get misinformation because of the individuals, they're just not providing 100% factual info, and we are proven and we are doing it. And so by us being able to be here, it's just going to be that golden nugget to be able to capture all of the information that you are going to need in one place.
Very cool. Very cool.
Good. All right. So Tuan, before I get started, man, I've got a confession. So you asked why aren't we just earning passive income somewhere? Passive income can happen. I've got, yields that are staking right now. I've got things that are happening. And honestly, when you first started the call and you were going into your presentation, I've heard that part before. So I was actually executing a few trades while you were talking. So, but I seriously though, the biggest thing about this is the future, right? And I tell people all the time, whether you believe in cryptocurrency or not, if you have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, anyone that you care about, this is a world they're going to grow up in. This is where we are going. Look at technological shifts throughout history, right? The people, when the automobile first came out, everybody thought they were crazy. People were crazy for wanting one, right? Why? Because we had perfectly good horses. Electricity came out. Do you think it was embraced like, oh, this is great? No, you're putting lightning in your wall. So, but those that adopt the technology, they have the foresight to see and the vision that this is what's going to change the world. And that's where cryptocurrency is, because our current financial systems, if the last 2 years haven't taught you anything else, it should be that there's cracks in the current financial systems, no matter what country you live in. And that's because of people that have been put in power. Or imagine a system where everybody has oversight over everybody. But there's a lot of pitfalls. I've seen a lot of people over the years get hurt. Myself and I think Chelsea early on, we fall victim to a few scams when we were first getting started. So it's to align with those people that want better for their future and teach them how to do that, because it's not something you learn in school. It's not something you get every day. Even when you go to college, you don't learn about this stuff, but we can give people the tools that they're going to need for a world that's coming in the future, and not like people that are in school that are learning about a world that doesn't exist anymore. We're giving you the tools. And that's one thing, my history, I've done network marketing quite a bit in the past. I've been through a lot of different personal development programs. And the biggest thing is I really enjoy helping people learn and to watch them be able to learn more, do better for themselves. And this is the biggest opportunity in front of us. So we can all do other things to make money. And yes, everything that we're showing you in this program, we're doing as well. Like I said, Tuan was talking earlier, and a friend of mine sent me a new decentralized exchange to try out. And so I was testing it out, so we're going to do that, but we want to take as many people with us. It's no different than those of you that have done network marketing in the past. The whole point is to get a group of like-minded people together to move in one direction. And when you do that, you can move mountains. And I've seen what happens when people get aligned on a goal of just simply sharing information, helping people do better. This is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. You think you've missed out because Bitcoin went from pennies to where it is now, but this space still has so much to evolve. Look, what's going to happen right now? El Salvador has made Bitcoin legal tender. They were the first country to do it. It happened a few months ago. And there's another country right now that's looking to do it as well. There's actually 7 other Latin American countries that I know delegates that have flown down to those areas to talk to people about doing the same. But what's going to happen is nobody's going to want to be the last country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. And then it's going to evolve into cryptocurrency in general and DeFi. And yeah, there's a lot of projects out there that aren't going to make it, but we are going to help you identify the ones that have the best tech, that have the sticking power, that have the most potential to get adopted and utilized, because this is not just a gambling chip. This is the future, and you get a chance to participate in that. You missed out on the dot-com boom back in 2000, 2001. Now is your chance to participate in the largest technological shift that's going to happen probably for the rest of all of our lifetimes.
Man, wow. You guys got me excited and chilled,
Oh,
right?
no. He went off of script. I'm gonna go off script too here. This is like what Wayne is saying. It's just so empowering. People don't seem to really capture it. And so I'm gonna give you some numbers, because I've been following what's been going on over the world, and definitely has been very closely following what's been going on in El Salvador. If you look at what this technology is gonna do for all of us, which is the reason why we're here. We definitely have other things going on, and we're making money right off of this. But the reason why we want to do this is because just listen to these numbers. In El Salvador, we're talking about September 2021. September 2021, that country would not move over $1 million in 1 month. When they launched Bitcoin as legal tender, they doubled the amount of individuals in that country in 30 days. And in 1 day, they moved $3 million through the Lightning Network. This is so powerful that people don't seem to capture it. And this is the reason why we are here trying to put this information and education together, because it is going to empower you and empower millions of lives around you that you have not even, you have the slightest idea on how powerful this space is going to become. It's just amazing. And obviously you can see the excitement in me, because this is what I talk about most of the time. And then this is definitely this is the new force of nature that's going to definitely disrupt everything. And when you're talking about, being capped by sanctions and things like that. So right now you have individuals that are in the United States that they need to send money to families in Dominican Republic or let's say Venezuela. They cannot do that through the regular system. I know someone from the Dominican Republic, they had to spend literally almost half of the amount that they were trying to send over to the family in Dominican Republic, because they had to make an exchange from the United States dollar to the Spanish dollar, and then from the Spanish dollar to the Dominican dollar. You know how much money that costs in fees to be able to do that? And with the Lightning Network, or with another network like Stellar Lumen, in less than a dime, which is in a split second, you send the money right over, and it doesn't take days. This is just such a powerful technology with the blockchain that is just completely insane. And obviously, this is the reason why we're here.